for me, you know, she gives us a really important sort of perspective on the importance of understanding that we are all influenced by sort of this dominant racist Western narrative, and it influences all of us. It influences all of us in the sense that we're taught through a European imperialist lens, so that my history in Africa starts when Europeans colonize Africa, or my history starts here in the African diaspora with slavery, and that this kind of dominant Western racist narrative makes for a single story, and there's a danger in that. I haven't read Arundhati Roy's book, but I want to, Capitalism, a Ghost Story, but what I sense and what I think about them is that Roy and Neruda, they both had a clear belief that capitalism is a failed system. Would you agree?
Yes.
All right. I'm in good company. Capitalism is an evil system that is on a path to privatize everything, where the banks get bailouts and the dollar enjoys free speech and corporations are persons. From my perspective as an African, as a Pan-Africanist, capitalism is the root of all evils. It is built on unjust, racist, classist, sexist system off of 400 years of illegal chattel slavery of African people. It is militaristic terrorism on steroids. In the desperate attempt, capitalism today is greenwashing itself, so we have to be real careful. Claiming to develop renewable energy from sugarcane and palm oil that they are growing in Brazil and Africa and other places in the world while killing the forest, killing the Amazon, and making imperialist land grabs. So capitalism will fall. Capitalism is dead. Can y'all say that with me?
Capitalism will fall.
Capitalism is dead. Amen. Woo, let's bury it. Let's have a funeral soon. And so the Fifth Pan-African Congress demanded the organization of mass political parties. It was anti-capitalist in nature, and it called for the total liberation and unification of Africa under scientific socialism as the solution and final confrontation against colonialism. Pan-Africanism pronounces its socialist aspirations at this conference. That mass Pan-African revolutionary organization is necessary for the total liberation, unification of Africa under scientific socialism. Capitalism is a failed system. The Pan-African movement lives. No movement will be victorious without the full participation of its women. Thank you. And so when Nkrumah wrote this book, he realized that in order to take us on this final path, that the movement had to be from the grassroots up. He had fought while he was in power to create the United States of Africa, but there weren't enough Pan-African revolutionary forces, and so what we got was the Organization of African Unity. And now it's called the AU, the African Union. We can't even model ourselves after our own culture. We got to model ourselves after Europe. You know, there's the European Union. So now the Organization of African Unity is now called the African Union. So you see, we, and Nkrumah, forgive us, we've gone, I don't know how many steps back, since you tried to tell us what we needed, the United States of Africa. In the ideological warfare that we are in, we are fighting for our ideas to have an understanding that capitalism cannot be the path to lead Africa to liberation. It has to be socialism. And if we don't like that word, whatever you call it, it can't be capitalism. And so educating folks on what that is, and it is a lot of political education work. And so we're doing that work through these political formations. We have a very strong chapter in Ghana